Hey guys, I am going to jump right in here. I don't have anyone on here yet, but hopefully we'll get a few people on here today. If not, enjoy the replay. And I got to run off here right at 12:30 to get to an appointment. So beautiful people, it's Friday. If you're watching this on the replay, what day is it for you? Let me know in the comments. Um, I've been playing on TikTok a lot, and today, or this week, I talked about the topic of anxiety. Anxiety is common for so many people across the board, especially us people who are on our awakening journey. Anxiety just feels like it's such an intense energy. I see someone here. How do you experience anxiety? So a lot of times we think it's just like a mental, physical, a mental, emotional thing. But anxiety can also be, hi, Anna. Thanks for saying hi. Anxiety can be not only mental, emotional, but it is etheric. It's energetic. It's vibrational. It's dimensional. Like, if you're an empath, you're walking in a room. And honestly, quite honestly, when we walk into a room, we could be walking into different timelines at once. We could be walking into a physical room, but we could also be walking into a room with like a whole different dimension. So some of us sensitive people, highly sensitive people or empaths, or people just on the awakening ascension journey can really have a lot of anxiety. And you can go the route of the psychology route and for sure get support there. But it's really important that you do the energetic work. That's what I wanted to just tune into today. Anxiety is rough. I know. I deal with it a lot lately. It's gotten better, but started last week in late October. Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on, guys. We are in the Great Awakening, and I'm sure we've all heard that term, but what does it really mean? Well, what I've come to know that it means is that there is a huge awakening happening. Like people on the planet are literally going through their awakening process. Like huge groups of them are going through their awakening process all at the same time. And I might add, the earth herself is going through an awakening. So with that comes lots of dark nights of the soul. Perhaps you have had an awakening experience. You know, it is not very pleasant. Like when we think awakening and ascension, we think, the crystals, but oh my God, it is not that at all. It is freaking freaky and anxious, and there's dejection and depression and huge amounts of anxiety. Oh, yay! Debjeet, hello! I faced so much anxiety moments when I was going through my dark night. Yes, last year. It is so intense. Debjeet, thank you so much for saying that. Like panic attacks when we have a sensation that our heart is racing, our minds are crazy, we can't breathe. Sometimes we feel like we're having a heart attack. That happened to me about 8 years ago. We were hiking. I live in Colorado. We were with our two boys. I was at probably 10,000 feet, and I started going through a severe anxiety attack where I couldn't breathe. My husband rushed us down, rushed me to the emergency room. And they were like, the weird thing about panic attacks, you're aware of all of this and you feel like all your senses are heightened. You know what they said to me? All my vitals were completely normal. My heart rate was completely normal. I thought I was losing my mind. Guys, you're not losing your mind. I'm here to say it. You are severely aware of energetics. And when we are going through that dark night of the soul, basically, we're ready to just release up some denser energy, and dense energy starts releasing in different ways. And sometimes that can create anxiety. I do want to say for the record, I look kind of funny today, but I have it's this back brace. I was vacuuming today. Who knew vacuuming could be so dangerous? But I totally pulled my back out. So that's what this is. It's kind of funny. But guys, so anxiety, so it sounds like Anna, Dajit, we know, and whoever's on the replay here, anxiety can be from dense frequencies releasing. It could be from lightening our vibration. It's the process of awakening. And as we awaken, we can become more sensitive to the global awakening that's happening. And so I just want to address this a little bit. I have kind of three things that I talked about this week over on my TikTok. Oh, you look great. I just thought you were wearing. Oh yeah, it's a back. Oh, it's a backpack. No, not a backpack. It's just a back brace. Thank you so much, Anna. The vocal toning does help it feel better. Um, I want to talk about anxiety and presence because this is super, super important. And it seems simplistic, but literally putting on our goggles here, you know, our what are they called? Those the horses wear them, right? Um, I want you to get super, 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 super present because a lot of times anxiety has to do with thinking about past, right? Or projecting into our future. I got to get this done if I don't do this. And, you know, these are kind of the psychological things, but think about it energetically too. Get super present in your now moment. So, in the awakening world, the past, present, and future is all really happening at the same time. So, when I'm saying getting present, I want you to be here now with yourself. A lot of anxiety that we're feeling is other energies, right? Other people's, global, okay? And when we get super present and we're really willing to come right here, right now, and just be in sovereignty with our energy, the anxiety can start to really calm down. And so if you start feeling yourself revving up, notice that maybe you're not in like your past thinking about your childhood. Maybe you're not in the future thinking about your financial well being, but maybe, just maybe, you are in several other people's present moment. And can you get super present with just you? And then by doing that and claiming it and making a command, a demand of being just present here with you, you get to take the other anxious energy and let it go. So that is kind of a way that I definitely work out some anxiety. The other thing is breathing, really working the nervous system. The nervous system has two components to it. Maybe you guys know this, but it's the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. The sympathetic is the revved up part, right? It's the fight or flight. And the parasympathetic is the calming part of the nervous system. So when we're in an anxious moment, what we can do is start activating that parasympathetic, and it's super simple to do. I learned this in my yoga training. You just when you exhale, you pause after the exhale. I don't know, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then breathe. And then exhale and pause for that 5 to 10 seconds. And that pausing after the exhale activates the parasympathetic. It starts calming it all down. So, whether your anxiety is actually producing a real physical like thing that can be measured or not, that pause after the exhale is super powerful and helps you get into a space of inner calm and inner peace. Okay. And then I want to add this next piece is humming or toning. So when we hum or do some vocal toning, it activates the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve comes from our brain, and it's the longest nerve that goes all the way down our whole body. And when we vocalize and we tone or hum, it calms the vagus nerve, or the vagus nerve activate. It activates the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So let's just try this a little bit, because we may not be anxious today. I feel pretty good today aside from my back. But anxiety can kind of sneak up on us, can it? Yeah, it'll be fun. And so this is how we bring all three of these practices I'm talking about together. First, if you're having an anxious moment, get present. And that doesn't mean just stop thinking about the past and stop projecting in the future. That means getting present with ourselves right here. Because as people on the awakening journey, we are tuning in to everyone's present moment. So let that go and come into your present moment right here, right now. Then taking a deep breath in, just hum. Hum out. And go all the way to the end of your breath. It may take a little while. We go all the way into the end of your breath. And once you get there, pause and count. Good. So after 10 seconds, then you take a nice deep breath and breathe out again. Good. Breathe in. Let's hum again. At the end, you pause for 10 seconds. Good. And then you breathe in. And so I want to take it a step further. So when you are humming, this is just awesome, is if you can hum and focus on the third eye. Bring that vibration up to the third eye. A lot of times anxiety and anxious feelings is we're in a moment of non-presence. We're also in a moment of not trusting. And so when we start to activate here a little bit more, really connect there, this is our intuition. Okay, this is our higher self talking through us, for us. Okay, and when we feel like we really have this and can trust this, we have less anxiety. So now the fourth piece is you're going to hum, and you're going to really activate the vibration of the hum is going to really activate this third eye. So let's try that together. Ready? Taking a deep breath. Super present. Hum. My tongue is on the roof of my mouth. And the back of the tongue is relaxed a little bit. So this way I'm guiding that humming vibration up to here, okay? And also looking up can also focus the vibration up to here. Pause. And then take a breath in. So that's how I would deal with anxiety. And remember, as people in our awakening journey, anxiety can look a little different than just the psychological anxiety. We start becoming aware of lots of energies on the planet, and we really have to demand and command what we allow in our field these days. You know, I don't want to sound harsh, but a lot of people kind of think it's like a badge of honor to be an empath. And honestly, it's just a phase of awakening. You are so welcome. And it's, guys, being having an empathic sense and stuff, and being so sensitive that you walk in the room and feel everyone's stuff. It's a phase of awakening that we have to learn how to manage. It's a capacity that's coming on board, but you're not expected to be this sponge for everything. You're not expected to stay there. So it's kind of like when you become clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, all those claras that make you super sensitive and you're like, oh my God, I can't even be in the world. Like that's just a phase of awakening. You do not have to stay there. And it's not like you're not supposed to stay there. And so it's not really a badge of honor being an empath. It's just a phase of awakening to learn how to command and demand your sovereign energy of yourself. Okay, so that you don't have to play in all this like icky emotional mental energy. So as we like start awakening, we realize that, oh, my vibration is raising. My vibration's raising. And oh, like it's my job to command and demand and stay committed to keeping it raised. And when it's raised, you realize like that's the sovereign connection to your universal source that you are. And you actually don't have to play in the realm of everyone's kind of denser emotional, mental energy. So empaths usually are feeling people's lower frequency emotions. And mental stuff. So it's just a phase. And you can get through that phase as fast or as slow as you want to go. And if you're attached to being an empath, it's going to go slow. So as you go through your awakening phase, you're going to feel a lot of stuff. You're gonna feel like you have capacities to be aware of certain things and intuitive to certain things. Like, don't be attached to those capacities. Enjoy them and learn how to live with them while you have them, and then just unhook. You're gonna have to keep unhooking the higher you go. Okay. Don't get attached to certain capacities that come with your empathic nature, because hopefully you're going to come through that pretty quickly, so you learn how to be sovereign in your highest sensation and you don't have to live with all that emotional and mental baggage of everybody, because it's really like that's what causes anxiety, is that emotional and mental baggage, and it's vibrational baggage, and we have to learn how to slough it off, get super present, find out what's really ours. And so yeah. So I have to get going in a few minutes. So what I'd love to do is, if you guys have anything, the two of you, if you have anything that you would like me to address around like awakening and anxiety and being empathic, I want to do like another, like some about 5 minutes of just alignment through sound for you guys. And so I'll give you just a few moments here. If you want to put anything in the chat, and I can address that. If you don't have anything, then I'll just address anxiety. And basically, I'll just do a high frequency toning for us to just really come back to our source nature, so we can leave anxiety in the dust. All right. All right, so if I see anything in the chat as I'm toning, I will bring that into my intention as well. And thank you. Thank you for being here with me. And for those of you on the replay, thank you for being here. And if you would like to have your own private alignment through sound toning sessions, I have those. You can go over to my website, RebeccaAbraxas.com. And I also do alignment mentoring. So, and I have a new course coming up, vocal toning for manifesting. So that's all on the horizon. Thank you for being here. Now let's tune into our highest source frequency. Here we go. Okay, beautiful beings. Have a wonderful Friday night, a wonderful weekend. Wherever you are watching this replay, have a wonderful day. I hope this was all a contribution to your highest self, to feeling really, really good. And every Friday, we have these community meetups. We talk about a topic. We do sound healing. So please join us. Spread the word. Thank you for being my tribe. Thank you, Dajit. Thank you so much for your presence here. Have a good rest of your day. I know, I feel pretty aligned too. Bye-bye.